Of course, it hasn't always been good news for those who have appeared in the contest. Over the years, there have been many casualties. Those forgotten individuals who became the hapless victims of fashion. Somehow it seems fitting that our Eurovision fashion parade begins with a Frenchman. You know, looking at all this, the thought occurs to me, did none of these people have any friends who could tell them what they were like?
Politics has entered Eurovision, I suppose, since day one.
Switzerland.
In nearly half a century, some European countries have never given each other a single point. Others have felt, in fact, they were entitled to their fair share of the votes.
The statistics show that over the years we have given you Swedes 156 points, while you have given us only 82. So you owe us...
we can change that tonight.
Yes, because you owe us 76 points, so maybe we can get them tonight.
Right.
Of course, we have always taken a particular interest in the voting habits of our neighbours.
The UK is more generous to Ireland, it has to be said, than the other way round.
This is BBC London calling. Here are the results of the United Kingdom jury.
I don't know whether it was part of the Good Friday Agreement or whether it's ever actually been written down, but there is definitely a tacit agreement that the British will always give us more votes now in the Eurovision than we give them, which is sort of fair enough because it's kind of a recompense for the 800 years of misery that they inflicted on us. And I think everyone's happy enough with that now.
Ireland.
in a funny kind of way, they never really get credit, because if they don't give us any votes, we say, bloody British as usual, no votes. But if they do give us votes, we think, well, it was a very good song. I mean, they had to give us a vote. So they can't win.
Tonight, we're delighted to introduce an exciting new innovation to the voting procedure called televoting, or voting by telephone.
The introduction of televoting was to have some unforeseen consequences.
The Eurovision often reflects deep-seated and often unremarked changes in European society and European culture. For 40-odd years, Germany rarely, if ever, voted for Turkey.
This looks like...
Turkey, as we know, is off the beaten track for European popular culture, European music. It's on the periphery. Nevertheless, 5 million Turks have been living and working in Germany since the 50s. And when the televoting came in, they voted in huge numbers.
Bosnia-Herzegovina, 8 points.
Bosnia-Herzegovina, 8 points. Bosnia-Herzegovina, 8 points.
In the 5 years before televoting was introduced, Turkey didn't receive a single point from Germany. In the 5 years since then, they've picked up 56.
And finally, Turkey, 12 points.
That reflects the level of interest among Turks in Germany in the competition. And also, I suppose, it's given them a bit of a moment in the sun. This is their opportunity to register their presence, not as gastarbeiters, but as voters.
In 1970, Ireland won for the first time with Dana.
She knew the song, she knew the lyric. She sat there, everything was simple, everything was underplayed. The cameras just loved her, the audiences loved her.
Snowdrops.
Snowdrops.
Daffodils.
And daffodils.
Butterflies.
Butterflies and bees.
Bees. Sailboats, fishermen, things of the sea.
Sailboats and fishermen, things of the sea.
You know, marine life generally. Wishing wells, wedding bells, early morning dew, Monday, Tuesday, snowflakes, or even 2 snowflakes, all kinds of everything. Basically, used to remind Dana of this particular boyfriend that she used to have in the early 70s.
All kinds of everything remind me of you. Summertime, wintertime, spring and autumn too. Monday.
The secret of Dana's appeal that year was her sweet girlish charm. Remember, she was just 18 years of age and still at school in Derry. She was like a schoolgirl during the week, and she would be doing the gigs at the weekend. And for a cute little girl from Derry, wearing a very short dress with the Celtic design on the front, the Bawneen dress as it was known as, and the slide in the hair, you think, oh well, you know, the juries across Europe are going to say, what a beautiful little Irish girl.
Summertime, wintertime, spring and autumn too. Seasons will never change the way that I love you.
I think people were a bit freaked out after the 60s, and suddenly here was this lovely, innocent girl sitting on a stool. There was a vote for innocence, there was a vote against the 60s.
Postcards to write, autumn trees, autumn leaves.
When you think of it, the Troubles had started in 1969. This was 1970, and Europe hated the Brits. I mean, you know if you travel on the continent that the French and Spanish absolutely can't stand the Brits. So I think they were actually mixing her up with Bernadette McAlliskey. She had the same gap, the same miniskirt, the long hair, and they were wondering, who are we voting for here? Ah, it's Ireland anyway, not Britain. And they voted for Dana.
Aer Lingus, as I recall, flew Dana directly back into Derry, into Eglinton Airport. in an Aer Lingus jet. I mean, this was a measure of the reaction. I think it was a reaction. Look at the newsreel footage of her arriving there, of her coming to Dublin and all of that. There was a huge public reaction and support for this.
Diana was just 18 and still at school when she entered the Eurovision, but she proved pretty adept at pulling in the votes. Ironically, she still is. See you in part 2.